Please.
Niache. Hapa mimi hapa kuna mapenzi. Ujiombe, mimi usiniabudu, mimi si Mungu.
Please.
God.
You know I'm no one else but you.
Sasa bro ni umefanya actually.
Sasa mimi nimedu.
Umefanya nini bro? Nenda tukue Paris. Simeona ndio anakufaa.
According to the rule, hata mtu akikuangalia hivi anajua wewe ni msichana mzuri. Neither did I know that umekuwa ukinikulia chini.
What if I told you I had a reason for doing what I did?
You had a reason.
And a big one at that.
Okay. Kuna venye nitatolerate a conversation. It's either I broke you sababu hautapata nafasi ya kuniongelesha tena. If at all I want nothing to do with you. I'm not going to tolerate calls, text messages or any meeting. Okay? So, hakuna effort alimake. There is nothing that she did kuonyeshana alikuwa anataka kucut this communication. So I don't think it's adding up whatever she's saying.
Love that you show me, yes, that I cannot take it for granted. Love that you show me, I cannot deny.
I'm the one who called you here. Niliongea na Sama na nikamwambia nataka kukuona.
Okay.
Yeah, you have been my friend, my sister in Christ, my daughter, and all that. And I've known you for some time. Sindio?
Yeah.
And the way I know you is not the way I have your picture on the other way. Right? Because after kukujua vile ulikuja kanisani, nilijua wewe ni msichana mzuri, a praise and worship and all that. And according to the rule, hata mtu akikuangalia hivi anajua wewe ni msichana mzuri. Neither did I know that umekuwa ukinikulia chini. For some time. And you know all these things and na haujawahi niambia. Ebu try to make me understand what have been happening.
You got this all Mimi? Yes, so I've had history with your husband. But that was long before I knew he was married. The moment nilijua Faris is married to you, I knew he had a wife. At first I didn't know it was you. So I tried cutting off all communications with him, but he was so stubborn to let go. So, mimi nimekuwa nikijaribu all means. But before I could even get away from him, story ilikuwa ishajulikana. I can't say I'm proud of what I did. I'm not. And at the same time, I can't say I did anything wrong, because mimi nikidate Faris sikuwa najua kuhusu familia. And when I met Nathan, sikutaka kuendelea na relationship na yeye. So, if you put yourself in my shoe, you won't understand me better.
I'm trying to understand you, but I want you to make me understand you this way. Nimekuwa na wewe for 1 year. Na umekuwa ukijua this is my hubby. And all these have been happening. Hata hiyo yenye mlikuwa mnaongea, I know you still talk. Hata sasa najua mnaongeanga. But Kwa nini hujawahi niambia? Mbona unanileteanga prayer items? Oh Grace, nisaidie na hii, nisaidie na hii. But hujawahi niambia, help me that break a board that I have. Hata kama hujaniambia ni ya nani, ni break board imekuwa ikinisumbua for long. Mbona hujawahi niambia?
Can I ask you a question? If I told you the truth, how would you have felt? Be honest. Niambie tu kweli. If I told you the truth, ungefeel aje?
I think ningejaribu at that time kukua nitaweza kuunderstand. But at this point ninaijua from somewhere else. Na nimekuwa na wewe. Nimekuwa nikikushikilia.
What if I told you I had a reason for doing what I did?
You had a reason.
And a big one at that.
Okay, niambie.
I'm also a woman. Na siwezi penda kuona mtu akibreak marriage yangu. So, sikutaka kubreak your marriage. Because I knew if I told you about it, you and your man would have had problems. That is something that I was trying to avoid so much. Now, at the same time, I was not just relaxed. I was doing something to make sure that a relationship imeisha. And that's why nilikuwa nimeambia hadi Nathan, after our wedding, we had to leave town. That's the only solution I could come up with to get away from this guy.
Are you sure mngekuwa out of town ama that day a wedding bado ungekuwa na my husband?
No. If you read the messages, the last conversation that I had with your husband, I asked him to keep off. I didn't want anything to do with him. He was the one who was keeping on pushing things. Lakini mimi, to me, I have nothing with him. I no longer want him in my life. Mimi try to disconnect from him for so long. Na hata akakuja hapa, I would still repeat the same thing again and again. Because I have no feelings for him anymore. They are dead. Right now I have a man in my life that I love so much. I'm about to get married. It has always been my dream to have a church wedding. And that dream was almost coming true till all this happened. But I'm still hoping that Nathan will find it in him kunisamehe. At the same time, I take this opportunity to apologize because I know I owe you an apology. I know you're hurting. Na ningekuwa in your shoe, I'd even maybe feeling worse. And I want us to solve this amicably. And I hope you'll not stop seeing me the same way you used to. Because you have a past. And you should not judge one from the past. As long as you are trying to make up for it, which I've been trying so hard.
Let me ask you, Madam Grace, with due respect. Wakati ulijua ama when ulijua hii mambo yote, have you ever communicated with Sandra? Hata kanisani mshaikutana baada hizi mambo zote kujulikana?
Kanisani tumepatana, but I've not communicated this issue in church. No.
And when you asked me that you want to meet Sandra, what was in your heart? Because maybe I didn't call you here so that we may quarrel. We are here to talk.
Sure.
Who is to blame, your husband or Sandra?
Both. Because vile anasema that my husband ndiye amekuwa nagging. At least ange make an effort kitambo kucut this board. Si ati anaikat saa hii vile ati juu kuna wedding, that's why I have nothing to do with the husband. Hapana. Hii board angeikata kitambo, na sababu alikuwa ananijua na nimekuwa nikimshikilia, angekuja aniambie, Grace, this and this have been happening. And as a mature woman, I think sige react at that point. Na hata sige kuwa nimeumia vile ninaumia sahi. No. That time ningejaribu kumuelewa na nionyeshe a very good evidence ya kwamba amejaribu cut off. Yeah.
Why did you refuse to disclose everything to Grace, who's the wife to Faris?
Like I said earlier, I was hoping that I would be able to solve all this before she could even know about it. Because I didn't want to break her marriage. Because I knew if she knew about this, that would be the beginning of problems in her marriage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unajaribu kumwelewa.
Sikuwa na bad intentions, or I was not trying to hide anything, because to me, Faris that's just a church member now. Yeah.
I ask you something, Grace. Hizi time zote mmekuwa na Sandra, uliwahi jua kwamba alikuwa ex wa your hubby?
Sikuwa na idea. Hapana. As I said, nilijulia online. And ni kitu ambayo bado hata sahi haijaniingia vizuri, sababu sijaamini. And kuangalia zile conversation niliona zao, I think hakuna bodi imekatika. To me, na vile ninajua watu wanapendana, and both people who have been together, they're still intact. Despite kuna wedding inafanyika. Ask me why. Hakuna venye nitatolerate a conversation. It's either I broke you, sababu hautapata nafasi ya kuniongelesha tena. If at all I want nothing to do with you, I'm not going to tolerate calls, text messages, or any meeting. Okay? So, hakuna effort alimake. There is nothing that she did kuonyeshana alikuwa anataka kucut this communication. So I don't think it's adding up whatever she's saying.
I talked Stucky to ingilie to nini. I want us to solve this matter. Ya tuone pande yenye iko na makosa, and you are a Christian, right?
Sure.
We see whether we can forgive each other na mambo iendelee. You were telling me that you feel like she is the cause of hizi shida zenye mmekuwa nazo kwa marriage. Why did you say that?
Nikijaribu sasa kuunganisha the stories, whatever have been in my marriage, whatever I've been through, nikizi connect, she is the reason as to why. Because the guy have been seeing her, na kama hagekuwa in the picture, ama kwa maisha ya huyu mwanaume, I think tungekuwa na amani. But all in all, hatujaikuwa na amani.
Again, I asked Sandra, for how long have you dated with Faris? How long did you date?
Before I met Nathan, tulikuwa tumedate for 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And saizi mmedate na Nathan for how long?
3 years.
So those are 5 years. Does it mean that you still been together wakati uko na Nathan bado?
To me, I no longer feel anything for Faris, but she has been bothering my life a lot, threatening me every now and then. Yeah, which I think it has been beyond my control. In as much as I've tried, sijakuwa able go disconnect completely from him, not because I still love him, but because he said that as long as I'm in this town, he'll never let go.
And did you ever tell your husband or someone maybe you feel like you can share with? Ushaishia naye na kwa nini tena hukuita Grace muongee naye? You said that you were fearing inaweza haribu, but lakini kwa nini ukupata courage ya kumwambia this is what is happening, your husband is like this and this and this? Does it mean that you loved him so much on extent of you didn't want to disclose everything to her?
It is not about love. For Grace, I only know her because she was chosen to be my best mate. Now I'm wedding. So I just didn't even know. I don't know her well enough to know how she would have reacted to this. Yeah.
So Grace, let me ask you. Let me ask you something. You've said that mmekuwa na issues with your friend here or with your daughter here.
Sure.
When did all these issues start? Zako na your husband that you feel ni hawa walifanya? Ama ni Sandra ama Faris wamekosa ama ni Sandra amekosa?
I think ili kutoka mwanzo tangu yani tufanye wedding because I believe she was in the picture. Na lakini vile ilianza kukua worse ni vile nilipata mtoto wa kwanza. Sasa hapo ndio nilianza kuona vitu okay, they are very 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 different. Na madharau sasa imekuwa mingi. Na okay, in my heart nilikuwa na feel kuna mwanamke ambaye ako kwa maisha ya bwana yangu. Na okay, sikutaka kujua alikuwa nani. By the way, sikuwa nataka kujua. But now that I know alikuwa Sandra, it pains me so much. Sababu one thing, we are Christians, all of us. And kulingana na Biblia, mtu yoyote anajaribu kukuja katikati ya watu wawili ambao wanapendana ni kifo. So I'm not a judge. I'm not judging Sandra. But I want to tell her she have been a part of my pain. Yeah.
I want us to come into conclusion. Wakati tuliongea na wewe kwenye simu baada ya wewe kuja kwenye set. Tuanze na wakati ulikuja kwenye Eastern TV the first day. You told me a lot of things. Na ukafungua roho, ukaongea about your marriage and what you're going through. Right now there are so many issues that are involved in this marriage of yours. And ulifika mahali ukanipigia simu ukaniambia Samaritan, ambia Sandra nimemwachia Faris. Why use such statements yet mko na watoto wadogo na Faris?
Pain makes someone to say anything and do anything. Na I think it is going to take me time to heal for what I have gone through. Now knowing who made me go through this, it'll take time. So that's why I said nimemwachia. Kama ataolewa na Nathan na bado nimemuongezea Faris. Because hakuna haja tukae tumevurutana. Tunavurutania mwanaume mmoja. No. There's no need. The kids I can do better without Faris. I could rather maybe nikuwe peke yangu mahali na nikae na hao watoto na sitakuwa na depression ama stress. I'll be at peace. I think that is what I can say.
The best thing about you is that you're not a violent woman and you're very much composed. You're very relaxed. what gives you strength? There are so many people who've come here, Eastern TV wakapigana. You told me, Samaritan, give me a platform. I'll not come there to fight. And I told you, we don't allow fights here at Eastern TV. What is that one thing that is making you, Sandra, kwa hapa? Mi sipendi watu wakipigana, yes. But you're very calm. Naona? Ni wakati nilikupigia simu, there's a word that you used. Mimi Samaritan, mtu hawezi niguza. Mi siwezi pigana kujijaza manini. Siwezi pigania mwanaume. But did you say this because many people are fighting for their families? Did you say this because maybe you're seeing someone else? Umeona mtu mwingine, that's why umesema umemwachia umeachia Sandra Faris?
No, I'm not seeing someone else. Actually, I've been faithful all through. Si ati si choko zangu. Na choko zangu hadi kwa church. Maybe watu wanafikiria I'm not married. And as you can see, sai sina ring.
Kanisani watu wanachokozana, hebu nipe hizo.
Of course. Vizuri sana. Unapata tu mtu amekuapproach, maybe hata amevuruta namba yako kwa group ya church. Hi Grace, nini. I've been seeing you, I love your worship. Sasa anaanza hapo. Inakuwa sasa the conversation inatoka kwa Mungu, inakuja kwa
ulimwengu. Mungu inaingia kwa ulimwengu.
Yeah, so
Sandra, we are together in this. Let's have a talk from
yeah, they are there. So and we try to cope with them. Sababu hutamuongelesha vibaya ati juu amekwambia you are beautiful or whatever ama nakutaka. You just try to talk to him and tell him no, I'm married and we are in church, we are in the body of Christ. So this is not allowed. Yeah.
Wow. How is she, your daughter now, relating with the father? Wana relate aje baada ya mambo yote ambayo amekufanya? Anajua kitu yote ambayo inafanyika hivi sasa? Ama unajua sasa tuko kwenye mitandao?
About my daughter?
Yeah.
No, she doesn't know because as I said, nimekuwa keep a secret. My pain have been a secret between me and God. Yeah. So hakuna kitu hata siwezi taka ajue, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nowadays your daughter is how many years?
7.
7 years.
Yeah.
Siku hizi watoto wanachukua simu, wanaingia kwa mitandao, wana watch sijui hizi cartoon, animation. By any chance akipatana na hii video YouTube na kuona, because you requested to come here at Eastern TV, I didn't force you actually, you're the one who requested. Apatana na wewe ukiongea hivi kuhusu baba yake, atachukulia ile jambo. Remember, internet doesn't forget. Atasema ni
I think hata amini na maybe at that time penye atajulia this thing, she will be mature and she will know how mom is strong. And still atajua kudeal na ulimwengu vile iko, especially in terms of marriage.
And let's go to this side. Sandra, si ati nimekusahau. I want us to talk about this issue. There is a wedding that is supposed to be happening on 20th of May. That is next month. Have you discussed about it with Nathan? Ama bado amesema harusi endelee? So far communication yenu na yeye iko aje?
Nathan bado amenikasirikia. And the last time I talked with Nathan was when we are on this show. Yeah, so I don't know what he thinks about all this, but I'm still hoping that he reconsider his decision of calling off the wedding. Na wedding yetu iendelee.
You said something that withdraw from being a best maid.
Sure.
Sandra, did you tell Sandra ama?
Yeah.
You just said she knows. She knows.
Yes.
Now that she withdrew from being a best maid, what are you going to do? Ni nani mwingine atajitolea kuwe best maid na best maid wako? And when you withdraw from being a best maid, that means that even your husband will not be the best man.
Of course. Yeah.
So what are you going to do about this big issue ya kupata best man na best maid mwingine?
About issue ya best man na best maid, I'm here to know about that because I even don't know whether this wedding is still on. So I have to be sure first about the wedding before I can even proceed with looking for another couple who can be our best couple.
Are you apologetic to her? Tell her something maybe from your heart.
Yeah.
Staki, and if staki tukue tumalize hapa. The best thing about Grace ama Mashi is that she's very calm. Unaona? And we should set an example to other people, watu wa church wenye wanatuona hivi sasa. She didn't come here fighting, even if hata vitu fulani zimehappen kwa marriage yake. What can you tell her about hizo vitu zote zimefanyika?
All I can tell Grace is, first, I would love to apologize to her. I'm a woman like her. I feel her pain. You might not understand what I mean by this, but I'm really deeply sorry for what I've made you go through. Though I did do it intentionally. I didn't intend to hurt you in any way. It's, in a way, I'm also a victim of all this. Faris was my past. We all have past. You also have your past. You said that the other time you were here, the show. You've been heartbroken before and everything. And honestly speaking, even your ex, maybe some still want to get in touch with you at times. And some things are beyond our control. Yes, you said that I've not done anything. I've not made any effort to cut off, to show that I'm trying to cut off all communication with him. But you're wrong about that. I've done everything possible to make that happen. But your husband is too stubborn to let go. Nimechange mpaka line za simu. I don't know how he gets to know all the numbers that I'm using. But all I can tell you is that I have nothing to do with your husband anymore. Nothing.
I think we should have you should meet somewhere. Mwongee. I know you have your own pride as a lady. The same applies to her, and she has apologized. Is she forgiven? And what is the way forward?
I'll say I will forgive her. But one thing I'll tell you, and the other ladies there, some pains can make you suffer for the rest of your lives, especially when you're dealing with a woman of spirit. Because our battles, we fight them on our knees. So maybe you can be in some situations ambazo unashindwa, what is this happening in my life? And it is somebody you made cry somewhere. Kuna mtu alilia juu yako mahali. Kuna mtu alipitia kitu juu yako mahali tu. So let's try to avoid such things ikihappen kwa maisha yetu. I won't say what about your wedding being called off or whatever ni chenye nimepitia. Hapana, sitasema hivyo. Kuna wakati nilisema nimemwachia Mungu. Now I have to tell God that I've given the nimemforgive. Amsamehe. And maybe if at all the pain she have gone through nimefanya apitie, nimemsamehea. Yes.
Love that you show me, yes, that I cannot take it for granted. Love that you show